We met Dave Markey, and we started hanging with him and Jennifer and Jordan, and brother and sister team. They had a magazine called We Got Power.
It was that period between Born Innocent and Teen Babes from Monsanto. I was just hanging out with those guys a lot.
For our crew, it kind of expanded us out because we weren't listening to a lot of Kiss. You know, we were kind of more new wave and ska. But once we started hanging out with Jeff and Steve, it was Kiss, Sweet Desolation Boulevard, Alice Cooper. They helped expand our catalogs out a good deal.
They brought with them this whole culture that once you got to know them back then, that's the way you did it, is they would tell you about these things or tell you to go see, oh, there's a Russ Meyer screening, or trading videotapes of movies. So then you got into their whole, it wasn't just about a band or a bunch of songs, it was a whole way of life.
They were watching a lot of weird stuff at a rental place in Manhattan Beach called Video Archives. And I think they were just kind of picking through everything. And so when we started running into them, they turned us on to John Waters, and we started going through the whole John Waters catalog.
And we watched a lot of TV, and I know another point of this, another moment of awakening when I knew this band was for me, when I was at a show and someone handed me a flyer and it was pink, and it had cutouts of all the girls of Facts of Life on it. You know, this was like, you had to be so punk and so cool, and here's Redd Kross celebrating Tootie from Facts of Life's birthday, so I was like, I'm in, I like these are my people. It was like, oh, coming home, we found our people.
It wasn't even so much the shows themselves, it was the fact that we would sit there and watch the reruns of them over and over and over again, until the point where you knew all the dialogue, you knew all the music cues, you'd be able to recite it as you're watching it. And you know, whether it was Brady Bunch or Partridge Family or any sort of, you know, kind of
Gilligan's
trashy
Island, yeah.
TV movie of the week, you know, Born Innocent, Sweet Hostage, just about anything with like Linda Blair in it, or Susan Day,
yeah, and
Terror
so
on the Beach.
We loved it, they loved it, and there came this, now it was okay to love all of this stuff and be open about it and use it as a point of reference. So, you know, in Desperate Teenage Lovedolls, I mean, probably half of the lines are from those TV shows.
Or movies.
Or movies.
Like, yeah, we just
almost
sort
every
of
line.
cobbled dialogue from, because that's sort of how we talk to each other. You know, we would talk to each other in B-52 lyrics, you know. I want to jump in a crater.
See you later.
And so we were all kind of like-minded, pranksterish people. Dave he'd always kind of messed around with his camera, and he'd started this kind of film idea, and then we got involved.
Now that you're in town, I'm gonna get this band together and we're gonna rock LA. Rock LA? Lovedolls are gonna rock the world. Fuck yeah.
The origins of Desperate Teenage Lovedolls really came from Redd Kross. I mean, it was their inspiration that led to this.
Every time you come to town, you pretend you're not around.
It's about an all-girl band who is gonna fucking kill their way to the top, you know, and it's trashy and there's drugs, so it was very much inspired by them.
It was kind of based on the Brady Bunch Johnny Bravo episode.
I had the name the Lovedolls right away.
You did.
I don't even know where it came from.
I'll be the singer. And again, since I had the only job, I was going to fund the movie. And so we just started. It started just like that at that moment. And we knew that, well, if this is, you know, Desperate Teenage Lovedolls, or at that time it was called Desperate Teenage Runaways, Redd Kross has to be in it. They've got to be major characters in it. It was, okay, murder scenes, drug scenes, band scenes, and that was pretty much the whole idea. And it really was for nothing more than for us just to fuck around, have some fun, and hang out with our friends. There was nothing more to it than that.
I don't know if I ever really took it that seriously, or even thought he had film in the camera. It's like, let's get together and play movies, you know. And we were all super, super into John Waters. We used to sneak into John Waters movies like every weekend when there wasn't a show. Like, let's go to the New Art and sneak in the back door and see Pink Flamingos for the 40th time. So it was kind of like playing John Waters.
Kim was very adamant that she wanted to do drugs on camera. That was, remember that?
That was her caveat.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'll do the movie if I can like shoot up in it.
Like, okay, fine. So now we set out to write the script, and that consisted of maybe a couple pages in a wire binder, and we just started. And as we moved along and shot, we just asked people to be in it, to play parts. And of course, Jeff and Steve had prominent characters. And we would just shoot on weekends, mostly in my house, mine and Jordan's house that we lived with my mom in Santa Monica. A lot of the clothes like that my brother wore, who played my mom, came out of her closet.
Well, do you think this is funny, young lady? Fuck you, I'm my own person. You never let me do what I want to do. Well, do you talk to your mother like that?
And what we would do is we would set up a scene not unlike this and get all of the lamps in the house and take the shades off because we had no lighting, of course. And we would just put all of the house lamps around and turn the lights on and shoot the scene. One take, that was it.
Some tinfoil behind the lights, the lamps, the little household lamps, the little
Like
60-watt incandescent lamp. In fact, that lamp right there was probably one of the lights we used.
Couple of pretty fine-looking ladies.
Yeah, well, what's your story? Nah.
Tears Bonnell's name. You can call me Dome.
Jeff has a cameo
Oh,
in the first
yeah,
movie
yeah.
where he plays a character as a homeless person in Venice that sings the Coors Light song. Turn it loose, turn it loose, turn
And the
it loose
character's
tonight.
name was Tears Brunel.
Oh, Tears Brunel was your character.
was it.
That's good. Tears
And I
Brunel.
had the wig that was used on the cover of Born Innocent.
Okay, there you go.
Turn it loose tonight. Coors Light, turn it loose tonight.
Yeah, Steven was going to play the sleazy manager, the sleazy Lovedolls manager, Johnny Tremaine.
Here's my card. Johnny Tremaine's the name. Making rock stars this man's game.
And I'm like this asshole A&R guy / rapist. And I, sort of like a Kim Fowley character.
I really want to sign those papers. Let's get down to business.
Great. Because I was thinking myself, I'd really like to get down to business.
I seduce, against will, the members of this band, the Lovedolls, that want to make it to the top.
Of that whole crew, I think the best kind of actor that to come out of there is Steve McDonald.
No, they're much hotter than Black Rose. They're called the Lovedolls. Yeah, the Lovedolls.
Steven was all of 14 years old when he did that.
And had never, as far as I know, never acted in anything before.
And he was just a natural.
He was amazing.
He just completely gifted and completely committed to a character.
We were all just fucking around, but here was Steve.
Steven
which
was
just
great.
Light up every scene. He was amazing.
Have a pleasant trip, Johnny.
They take revenge by slipping me acid, and I jump off a building in an acid freakout in Westwood.
Oh my God, what's going on? How am I frozen in time?
And once again, great acting as his. You really believe him when he thinks that his legs are turning blue.
Oh my God, my legs are blue!
And we made him run through Westwood Village, which at that time was like packed on a Saturday night with tons of people.
Made a Johnny Tremaine dummy, and literally dumped it in front of real people walking down Westwood Boulevard. And the screams that you hear in the film and the reactions from those people on the street were real. They thought that they were witness to suicide. But we used to do gags like that all the time. It was just another part of a fun Saturday night for us.
You know, then not only did we get them in the movie, but they wrote the theme song. And I remember that it was at the Café de Grande at a show when they played it for the first time with Des and the band. And I was like, oh my God, that song's amazing.
So when we finished the movie, we had Redd Kross played a show at a club in LA, and we were going to premiere the movie, and it was called Desperate Teenage Runaways, and Kim Fowley showed up to the premiere, and Kim Fowley said...
With one of his goons.
He showed up with one of his goons, and he threatened to blowtorch the club, and he said... What did he say? Saying
So
like
if Joan Jett was here or Sandy West was here, she'd go straight to that projector and smash it to bits.
Yeah.
So we go to the premiere at the Lhasa Club, and Kim Fowley shows up, and he's got these two girls with him. And he says they're the new Runaways, and one of them was like this African American girl. She was kind of big, and she was carrying a fucking spear. And Kim Fowley had a briefcase, and he claimed there was a bomb in it. So he's like giving Dave the business and saying, you know, making various threats of death and litigation, and so he had to recut the whole movie eventually.
I love Desperate Teenage Lovedolls. I loved the girls in it, and I loved, of course, Redd Kross in it. And I would say that Desperate Teenage Lovedolls is in the spirit of A Hard Day's Night.
We went on to make a
sequel.
A sequel, Lovedoll Superstar. But the first one, in my opinion, is sort of The Hard Day's Night. You know, it's a little bit more immediate, a little less watered down and confused.
No, I think it's the first one's Hard Day's Night, the second one is Godfather 2.
Superstar, Lovedoll superstar. Superstar, Lovedoll superstar.
Yeah, a jazz character in the second movie was named Carl Celery.
Oh, right. I started off as an obsessed fan, I think.
Carl Celery, con the Lovedolls.
I turn into Gene, I'm possessed by Gene Simmons.
Well, you're possessed by a Gene Simmons doll.
I am the Lord of the Wasteland, modern day Man of Steel.
A nod to Trilogy of Terror starring Karen Black, TV movie of the week in the 70s. My big thing is I'm possessed, and then I have like this hallucination that I was supposed to kill Bruce Springsteen.
I want you to kill Bruce Springsteen.
And Bruce Springsteen is filming the Dancing in the Dark video, and I kill him on stage.
And you say, "Who's the boss now, motherfucker?"
Somebody. Who's the boss now, motherfucker?
So in the second film, we're referencing sort of like the Billy Jack movies, and I play the twin brother of Johnny Tremaine, Rainbow Tremaine, and I'm a hippie.
Because flowers are like people. We all blossom at different times.
And so in this film, I go through a transformation from hippie to, and then like whatever, the evils of the city, you know, tear at my moral fiber. And I go from being this peace-loving hippie to a hardcore punker.
I was a hippie. I was a burnout. I was the wasteman who lived on the Strand.
And then we take the moment to take some jabs at hardcore. And we're making fun of hardcore. And I join...
through playing very authentic hardcore.
Yeah, by playing as authentic as we could muster, hardcore music. I changed my name from Rainbow Tremaine to Chemical Warfare, and I'm the lead singer of Anarchy 6.
Which was a Prince
Which
reference.
is probably kind of a Prince reference, Vanity Kiss, Vanity 6. So.
There were so few things out there in like pop culture that like really, I think, spoke to our little circle of friends. That like a weird VHS of Desperate Teenage Lovedolls or Lovedolls Superstars was like,
Sure.
Check out this weird movie that Redd Kross made with the guy from Sin 34.
Yeah. So, you know, yeah, those definitely got watched.